be with her. That'll just be jealousy, bro, because I've seen what people were saying.
Straight motherfucking baller. Part 2, still balling. Corrupt up in this motherfucker. West side.
What would life be like if we couldn't dream?
Morning, Andrew. Who's going fishing? We're going fishing later. I ordered a couple of little bits and he couldn't. Well, me missus did. Just a few spinners. I've not been fishing for ages, so I'll be going fishing today maybe. On the canal right near me house, just in case if anyone wants to walk up and say hello. I'll be on the canal tomorrow. I'll give you a certain time tonight. I'll be there. On my own. So you're welcome if you want to come. I'll tell you where I am. Tomorrow morning. I'll give you a right time and all. Then all you have to do is come up the canal and do something. Yeah. I'll say this. I showed me little brother something on my phone, and I'll tell you one thing. We all know people, don't we? Doesn't matter how you get made.
What would life be like if we couldn't dream?
United are playing tonight. We need 3 points. Oh yeah. And another thing.
What would life be like if we couldn't dream?
So we're going fishing.
What would life be like if we
It's
couldn't
pissing
dream?
now. Oh, you're afraid of a little bit of rain. You're afraid to get wet. Don't stand under the clouds if you don't want to get wet.
Check the sound up. In other words, we're pulling the round up. People on the dance floor just moving. Yo, just perfect timing. Pull up your bumper. Hold to the man them in the corner. All the people them in the inner yard. Check the style, check the stamina. Pull it back, check the sound up. In other words, we're pulling the round up. People on the dance floor just moving. Yo, just perfect timing. Pull up your bumper. Hold to the man them in the corner. All the people them in the inner yard. Check the style, check the stamina. Pull it back, check the sound up. In other words, we're pulling the round up. People on the dance floor just moving. Yo, just perfect timing. Pull up your bumper. Hold to the man them in a corner. All the people them in the inner yard. Check the style, check the stamina.
It's pissing raining out in Manchester today.
What would life be like if we couldn't dream?
Big back, check the sound up. In other words, we're pulling the round up. People on the dance floor just moving. Yo, just perfect timing. Pull up your bumper. Hold to the man them in a corner. All the people them in the inner yard. Check the style, check the stamina. Pull it back, check
I'm
the
going to
sound
get
up.
into trouble for this, but I'm going to say it anyway.
Yo, perfect timing.
The governments know a lot of things and they won't close the borders, right?
Check the style, check the stamina. Pull it back, check the sound up.
I'm going to give you a bit of information now. I'm not an Islamophobe. I have family that are Muslim, okay, but know this. Let me tell you this, right? Now, for those that weren't aware, the reason we need to close our borders is because every terrorist attack has been done on our English soil as well by Muslim radicals. I'll give you an example. The Nice attack was done by Muslims. The Paris attack was done by Muslims. The shoe bomber attack was done by Muslims. The Orlando attack was done by Muslims. The Betway snipe bomb was Muslims. The Fort Hood shooter was Muslim. The underwater bomber was Muslim. The Westminster attack was Muslim. The 2025 Bali bombings was Muslim. The murderer Bigley was a Muslim. Coal bombers Muslims, London Bridge attack Muslims, Madrid train bombers Muslim, Charlie Hebdo bombings Muslim, St Bernardo attacks Muslim, the Surabaya bombings Muslim, the Minnesota Mail stabbings Muslim, the Iranian embassy takeovers Muslim, the Air France hijackers Muslim, the 2002 Bali nightclub bombings Muslim, the Batamina attacks Muslim, the Beirut embassy bombers Muslim, the Libyan embassy attack Muslim, the Yazidi massacre 2014 Muslim, the beheading of the French priest Muslim, the Buenos Aires bombings Muslim, the Israeli Olympic team Muslim, the Khobar Towers bombings Muslims, the Beirut Marine bombers Muslims, the Bijan school attack Muslims, the first World Trade Center bombings Muslim, the beheading of Daniel Pearl Muslim. Here, I'm not lying. Now, shout out to Saoirse for the information. If you look at all them attacks, every one of them are Muslim. If you look at them attacks, everyone is Muslim. Now, Islam is a peaceful religion. That's just radicals that do that. You know, they believe in Sharia law. They don't want women to have education. They want to have 5 wives and flog them on a Friday if they're not being disobedient. They get the cane. You know, over there, women haven't got any rights, you know. In countries like Iran, Iraq, Syria, Afghanistan, Sharia law rules. You know, The government knows all this, and there's nothing they'll do about it. The Manchester Arena bombings, Muslims. Now, Islam is a peaceful religion, but there's a few radicals, so I just want to point this out for those that aren't aware, right? Cunts that are involved in atrocities are escaping from their countries from Hamas, Hezbollah, Mossad, ISIS, and the Taliban, right? And they're running from the Manchester Arena bombing, the Pan Am bombings, the Iranian embassy takeover, the Air France hijackings, the 2002 Bali nightclub, the Beirut embassy, the Libyan embassy, the Yazidi massacre in 2014, the beheading of French priest, the Buenos Aires bombings, the Israeli Olympic team, the Kenyan US embassy, the Khobar Towers bombings, the Beirut Marine bombings, the Beijing school attacks, the World Trade Center, and the beheading of Daniel Payer. Hang on, give me another, because I have somewhere, some fucking where. Yeah, the Nice attacks, Muslims, the Paris attack, Muslim, the shoe bomber, Muslim, the Orlando attack, Muslim, the Beltway sniper, Muslim, the Four-Hood shooting, Muslim, the 2005 Bali bombings, Muslims, the murder of Lee Rigby, Muslims, USS Cole bombings, Muslims, the London Bridge attack, Muslims, the Madrid train bombings, Muslims, the Charlie Hebdo attacks, Muslims, the St. Bernardino bombing attacks, Muslims, the Surabaya bombings, Muslims, the Minnesota Mall stabbings, and the 7/7 bombings in England. Muslims all did that, right? Now here, hang on a minute. Let me read this for you. The Manchester Arena bombings, Muslims. The Pan Am 103 bombers, Muslims. The Iranian embassy takeover, Muslims. The Air France hijackers, Muslims. The 2002 Bali nightclub, Muslims. 2014, Muslims. The beheading of French priest, Muslims. The Israeli Olympic team, Muslims. The Kenyan US embassy, Muslims. The Khobar Towers bombings, Muslims. The Beirut Marine bombers, Muslims. The Beijing school attackers, Muslims. The First World Trade Center bombings, Muslims. And the beheading of Daniel Pearl. All done by Muslims. Radical Muslims. Good, peaceful Muslims don't do shit like that. Just making you aware what's coming into the country. Beware. ISIS, Mossad, Hezbollah, the Taliban. Mio, listen, I know a bit about terrorism, right? Anyone know where my detonator's gone? It's not hard to put a bomb together. Housing unit, power supply, timer, trip switch, detonator. You're not going to paradise. Doesn't matter. They're still a terrorist organisation. You know what I mean? It does not matter either whether it's Hezbollah, whether it's ISIS or the Taliban. They all run away from war and come to Ireland and come to England. Serial killers. Me tonight, serial killers. Yeah, yeah. I'll be honest with you, right? I'm not racist, I'm realist. They have to close the borders to unvetted males. No, listen, it's the government's fault we're in the mess. You know, like if you go to a country and they're willing to give you loads of money and all compared to your other country, you're going to fucking stay there. You know, like if listen, yeah, I've grown up around madness and I said, fuck this at 21, I've had enough. You know, but you have organisations like that, Eva, right? whether it be Hezbollah, the Taliban, ISIS, Mossad or Hezbollah, if I said that, whatever. A lot of these men, the war is over in their country, so they have to get away from their country. You know, some of these are serial killers. Like, once you kill 2 people, you're a serial killer. A lot of these that are getting into our borders are trained assassins. You know, they've cut people's heads off. Do you think stabbing a copper is going to bother them? You know, as long as they have a bed and fucking somewhere to go and somewhere to pray. You know, but good Muslims don't do things like that. They don't take the law into their own hands. I'm going fishing. It's pissing out, but here, look at. See little Freddy? You see him? I'm going to catch a nice pike with him. As soon as the bastard eats that, look at the back of him, look. See them big fuckers there, look, you see them? Whoa. Go on, swallow it. I don't know which one to use. Oh, I'm thinking that little fella. We're going fishing for pike. We're not going fishing for babies, we're going for big fish. I'm not a fan of plugs. Don't get me wrong, I hate plugs. Especially these kind. Like, what the fuck is that gonna do? You know, I'm not fishing in America. These are for bass, these fucking things here. But, yeah, I'm either gonna go fishing today or tomorrow. But if I am going fishing, I'll tell you my location just in case you want to come up and do something. If you want to come over and say hello on the canal, I'll be on the canal. On my own. I always go on my own. It's easier that way. Yeah, it's pissing out today, but I'll definitely be going tomorrow. But I'll tell you what time I'm going. No problemo. Anyway, it's Monday, good morning, and it's pissing out. Do something.
Y'all know me, still the same OG, but I've been low key. Hated on by most these niggas with no cheese, no deals and no G's, no wheels and no keys.
Yeah.
No snowmobiles and no skis.
Mad at me
I can finally afford to provide my family
with groceries.
Got a crib with a studio and a song for the tracks. To add to the wall full of plaques. Hanging up in the office and back of my house like trophies. That y'all think I'ma let my dough freeze? Hold please, you better bow down on both knees. Who you think taught you to smoke trees? Who you think brought you to ODs? Easy E's, Ice Cubes and DOCs. The Snoop Deal double G's. And a group that said motherfuck the police. Gave you a take for the dope beat. The bomb beat strolled through your hood. And when your album sales wasn't doing you good, the doctor they told you to go see. You better listen up closely. All you niggas that said that I turn pop on the firm flop. Y'all are the reason that Trey ain't been getting no sleep. So fuck y'all, all of y'all. If y'all don't like me, fucking around with me and turn me back to the old me.
Nowadays, everybody wanna talk like they got something to say, but nothing comes out when they move their lips. Just a bunch of gibberish and motherfuckers acting about trade. Nowadays, everybody wanna talk like they got something to say, but nothing comes out when they move their lips. Just a bunch of gibberish and motherfuckers acting forgot about trade. So what do you say to somebody you hate? Anyone trying to bring trouble you hate? One of his old things on the front of your way. Just like you say, NWA. One day walking by with a Walkman on. When I caught a guy, give me an open eye. He ran to the mom in the parking lot with his car and I. I don't give a fuck if it's dark or not. I'm harder than me trying to park and die. When I'm drunk as fuck, right next to when you walk is dropping the 2-car garage. But out with 2 broken eggs trying to walk it off. Fuck you 2 bitch, call the cops. I'ma kill you and them loud ass motherfucking barking dogs. And when the cop came through, me and Dre stood next to a burned down house with a can full of gas and a handful of matches. Still weren't found out. Right here, so we're going out with the burning too. Starting the day, tomorrow to do. And I'm still going up to choke you to death with a Charleston chew. Hotter than a set of twin babies. And a Mercedes with the windows up when the tip goes up to the mid-80s. Calling me ladies. Sorry guys, but I've been crazy. But wait, you can't save me. It's okay, go ahead, Haley. Nowadays, everybody wanna talk like they got
Okay.
but nothing comes out when they move their lips. Just a bunch of gibberish and motherfuckers acting forgot about trade. Nowadays, everybody wanna talk like they
Eva, can I ask you something? How old are you? You don't mind me asking. But You look very young in your picture. No disrespect to you or anything, but could you just tell me how old you are? Are you French? You don't look 41. You look like you're about fucking 15. I was like, she fucking looks, but I'll tell you one thing. Come here. What do you use? What's your secret? Shout out to Scotland. Shout out to Dublin. Shout out to Liverpool. Shout out to Manchester. Shout out to Birmingham. Clean water up here. Shout out to Scotland. Oh, fucking hell. I remember years ago, I used to go on a channel called The Cesspit, right? And there was a couple of Scottish people that I used to get along with. I won't mention the name, right? And that's what they do. They'd get a bottle of Buckfast for the Cesspit. And some of them would come in pissed as a fart. Now, I've never drank it, so I don't know. I don't drink, you know, so I don't touch the stuff. But, yeah, it's funny. You know, me ma used to drink it, for fuck's sake. I forget the name of the one she used to drink. You could get her in Irish chemists. It's like Buckfast. I forget the name of it. Fuck's sake, man. That'll do my head in. Last night, I had a dream. I dyed my hair a certain colour. So we're going fishing for a pike. Look at that little frog. He's deadly, isn't he? Please bite me. Yeah, my mother used to fucking drink it by the gallon. What the fuck is that? It's not real, it's rubber. So, I was waiting for me hooks to come. I needed to get some perch spinners and some roach ones. Oh, don't do it. Like, you see them little ones are deadly for perch, for little perch, right? Now, me personally, I'd go with that little fella there, look at. With one singular hook at the end. Anyway, good morning. It's Monday, we're here for an hour, so that means I've got 35 minutes left. I'd like to shout out to me father. 14 more days, 2 weeks from now is my dad's anniversary. 2 days before New Year's Eve. Imagine that, losing your dad 2 days before New Year's Eve and finding out that 290,000 insurance money is gone, you can't get it back. Bye-bye, bye-bye, it's gone. So what? 290 grand I lost, imagine that. It's only money. Pablo said it right. You know, I'd have probably killed myself if I had gotten a cheque for 170 and then one for 120. This little one I like. One singular little hook at the back of it. Basically, there's your wire trace. Connect it. We're lost and found. Yeah, I'm gonna start going fishing. I'm making a few more videos. How are you, Sam? I'm on here to hit a target, bro, you know what I mean? I started this channel on my own, and I'll finish it on my own.
No eyes to judge, no time to chase, just motion drawn through sacred space. In dreams we dance through inner skies where silence sings and fear denies. We never speak yet understand as rhythm
I have a leak.
takes the handless hand.
Man United versus Bournemouth tonight. Are we gonna go
No
fourth or
style,
fifth?
just movement.
Thanks, Sam. It's pissing down on us Monday. You know, you could have, we all woke up today, you know. I just want one more Christmas with me family, in all fairness. That's all I want. That's all I'm looking forward to, is this Christmas. I get to see me grandkids, me kids, you know. Fucking amazing. Shout out to Manchester, good morning. Shout out to Dublin, good morning. Shout out to Ballyer, Toxted, Clondalkin, Beswick, Openshaw, Ballyfermot. Once you should be listening. It was a present, bro. I think it was 30 quid. 29.99. Me missus got it for me. So, who's cooking Christmas dinner in their house this year? Yeah, you have a good day, Eva. Thanks for coming in. And I hope you have a good Christmas. I wish I got a text from my dad. I'd give Anthony a text message on my dad. Enjoy your time with him, Eva. They're not here for long. You know. And when they're gone, trust me, it's long. When you lose your ma. When I lost my dad, it hurt me really bad. It nearly ended me. When I lost my mother, it tipped me over. Stay there, you bastard.
Dreams to survive. Dreams make a wish come true. Oh, keep your dreams alive. Dream on. Your dream will come alive. Come on, dream on. Come on, dream on. Come on, dream on. Your dream will come alive. Come on, dream on. Come on, dream on. Come on, dream on. Your dream will come alive.
Yeah. Man United tonight against Bournemouth. If we win tonight, we go into 5th, I think. You know, at Christmas time, there's a lot of people out there that have nobody. You know, and there's a lot of people out there, yeah, that haven't got anybody, right? There's a lot of people that won't be having a Christmas dinner this year, right? You know why? Because there's no plug sockets in alleyways. Yeah, to plug hookers in. You know, there's a lot of people homeless. There's a lot of people on the street. On Christmas Day, where they wake up, they don't have an extension lead to plug into the wall so they can cook a dinner, so they can watch a fucking Christmas movie with their family, you know. There's a lot of people that are going to have a really bad fucking Christmas, you know. We're so fucking lucky, mate, I tell you now. We don't know how lucky we are compared to some people out there. You know. What's it doing?
taught you to smoke trees? Who you think brought you to ODs? Easy E's, Ice Cubes, and D. Y'all know me, still the same OG, but I've been low key. Hated on by most these niggas with no cheese, no deals and no G's, no wheels and no keys, no boats, no snowmobiles and no skis.
Mad at me.
I can finally afford to provide my family with groceries. Got a crib with a studio and a song full of tracks to add to the wall full of plaques. Hanging up in the office and back of my house like trophies. Did y'all think I'ma let my dough freeze?
Oh, please.
You better bow down on knees. Who you think taught you to smoke trees? Who you think brought you to ODs? Easy E's, Ice Cubes, and DOCs. This real deal double G's. And a group that said, motherfuck the police. Gave you a take for the dope beats. The bomb was strolled through your hood. Or when your album sales wasn't doing too good. Who's the doctor they told you to go see? Y'all better listen up closely. All you niggas that said that I turn pop or the firm flop. Y'all are the reason the Trey ain't been getting no sleep.
So fuck y'all.
All of y'all, if y'all don't like me, blow me. Y'all gon' keep fucking around with me and turn me back to the old me.
Nowadays, everybody wanna talk like they got something to say, but nothing comes out when they move their lips. Just a bunch of gibberish and motherfuckers acting they got about trade. Nowadays, everybody wanna talk like they got something to say, but nothing comes out.
I want you to listen to a bit of a podcast I did with someone, right? Of 15 minutes and then I'm gone.
To me, you went to Mountjoy, right? What was the process like in prison, or what was the, if you can remember, was it hard for you? Was it easy for you? What was your sentence? And can you explain the process of Mountjoy and what's it like inside and why you? I think you explained before why you went in, but what's it like being in there?
All right. I went to Mountjoy prison when I was 21 for a heroin and a gun charge, and I was still taking heroin at the time. I was 21. I was selling it, and I got very reckless, and I didn't know I was under surveillance. So they raided the house once, then I got bail, and then they raided the fucking house again, bro. So I'm not going nowhere. So I was on that charge. I was in there for 5 months, bro. And the first thing when I got on the landing on the ones was the smell of piss and the noise. Now, Mountjoy prison, I was in at the time. I was in a place called the Annex, the old Annex, Ronan. There's bars on the fucking window, no glass. It's prehistoric. You know, it's like a fucking mattress fucking sick on it and fucking, you know, I was like, fuck's sake, man. But what I didn't realise was one of the screws, bro, recognised me from Ballyfermot, from the asylum, and I'd gone against him. Let's just say, I won't say who it is, but, bro, for every fucking day, yeah, from going down to get your breakfast in still 3 fucking 60, because like I said, all it takes is for someone to say, yeah, see him over there, he's one of them cunt from Ballier that was in the asylum. And next of all, you know, bro, you're in your cell's getting rushed and the door's getting kicked shut. So you are fucked. Do you understand? It's like, and because like...
What year was that? Sorry.
Well, work it out, right? I was 21. It was about 27 years ago because I'm 49 now. Oh no, hang on a minute. No, wait. Yeah, I was 21, but this particular screw remembered me, is all I'm going to say. And I would have been seriously scared or damaged only for two individuals. I come in to the prison and you're in seg like for 24 hours before you go into GP, which is general population. So my first night, I come in after I got to Mountjoy at about 6:30 because you have to wait for the van to get back. It takes people from Mountjoy prison to the court and vice versa. And there's 2 trips a day, so I was on the last trip, so I goes back. And as I'm walking to the cell, I seen a lad that I know, and Ronan, it was perfect time, and he's like, bro, what you doing in there? And I was like, oh, bro, say nothing, I'll talk to you tomorrow, whatever. He said, listen, I'm a cleaner on this landing. He said, I'll bring you something to eat in a while. Ronan, that morning, I'm not gonna lie, while they were smashing my door in, I had to get a big load of fucking gel, grab 3 parcels. I had these made up with 20 bags of heroin in each one. So I managed to get 2 on my backside before they kicked my door in. Anyway, cut a long story short.
Did you take that into the prison with you?
Yeah, fucking right I did. You know what I mean? You bet your bollocks I did, bro. I had 2 batches. I'd made them up the night before, and you know what, Ronan, it was the day of my ex's 24th birthday. 6 o'clock in the morning. You don't forget things like that. Now, already out on bail.
It was good, Ron.
And I got hit again. My door was getting smashed off the hinges. I was trying to fuck it out the window, but there was coppers looking up at me. I was trying to dash. I had about 16 ounces of heroin, bro, and I wasn't winning. You know what I mean?
14 it was, not 16.
It's in my possession, so it doesn't matter who fucking owns it. You are found.
Possession is 9/10 of the law, isn't it? That's what they say. Possession is 9/10 of the law. So if you're fine,
I enjoyed it, Ron.
So you went into Mountjoy then. You got it in. So you went in there as a full-blown heroin addict. And were you afraid of going through withdrawals then? That's why you had to take it in.
Correct.
Well, Ronan, it's like when you woke up at 6 o'clock in the middle of the morning, and when you're an addict, it's like, if you don't have that for one day, you cannot function, mate. And I'm being honest with you. So, when I heard my dog get hit, I knew what it was. And I knew I only had a few seconds. So, I'd already got them backed up, and they were like it was like fucking putting 2 chestnuts up my arse. Fucking, and it was real quick, Ron. I'm sorry for being fucking
No, it's fine. Listen, these are the details.
Before they got in, I managed to plug a couple of parcels because I knew I was going to be sick. But Ronan, if people in jail find out that you've got fucking 40, 20 bags of heroin, bro, they'll kill you. They'll put our finger up your arse and they'll take the shit, bro. That's what happens.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy. Like, so
that's no joke.
You go in and you're in there. And are you using straight away? Once you're locked up in the cell, you're straight away using heroin.
Well, here's the thing, Rowan. The only thing you can do is like, you see, I found myself in a situation where I was fucked into a cell with a poxy mattress like that for the night till the next day. And I seen a friend, young Martin Cal. Now, not the General's fucking dad or anything, but he was Martin Cal's nephew, him and Jer Cal. But one of them is married to one of the Kershaws, and I grew up with all them boys and what have you, you know. And he was a cleaner on the land, and so he seen me going in to say, when you go in, back then, what happened was, I went from court back to the jail, and he put me in a fucking cell, like I said, till the next day. But coincidence, man. Young man's walking past me, and he goes, "Dude, what you doing in here, bro? You know what I mean? Fucking hell, bro. You're in Banda country here." He said, "I'll give you a buzz in a minute." And he said to the screen, "Boss, can I get my tea?" Whatever. Anyway, cut a long story short, yeah. About 2 hours later, yeah, he come up to the cell. He says, "Joe, did you bring anything with you?" And I said, "Yeah." He said, "What? How many?" I said, "Mind your fucking business, bro. Just a little bit, you know what I mean?" He said, "Will you sort us out?" He said, "No, I'll make sure you're all right. You're looked after and all." So, whatever. I didn't tell him what I had. And Ronan, like I said, you're in a cell and that fucking door can open at any time. Do you understand? And at the time, this is disgusting, Ronan. Grown men were pissing in buckets and shitting in buckets because there was no fucking toilets. And you had to keep that in the cell over fucking night till the next morning. And everybody on that wing is emptying piss and shit, and the smell of it in the air. It's just, and the tension in the air. And at the time, Ronan, I was in there with some of the most fucking dangerous people ever. Do you understand? I was in there with generals, captains, fucking of air movement, volunteers. Not just, they say they all go to police. That's bullshit, they don't. One of me mates, like I said, Dottie, like, fuck's sake, man. He was from
Portlaoise has sort of reinvented itself now, but the era that you were in prison, that was filled full of some of the most dangerous people in Ireland at the time, wasn't it?
Without a doubt. And Ronan, there's a lot of desperate people in jail. There's a lot of people that have lost hope. There's a lot of people that have given up. And I'm in the cell 3 hours next to Rolla Hill. And I said, "Well, what's up, bro?" He said, "Here, there's a couple of buns for you, bro. There's a jug of tea. There's a few marmalades there." So, I'm fucking
brilliant.
buzzing, like, you know what I mean? Because when I come back, it's like, I miss me meal or whatever. So, he brought me an apple and orange, a few currant buns, and a few miniature marmalades and jam. I opened the fucking bun, bro. Do you know what's in it? About 20 matches, 6 fucking, what was in it? There was about 20 matches, enough for 6 roll-ups, a few skins, and a tiny bit of brown off a fucking matchbox. You know what I mean? He's like, "Bro, what the fuck are you in here for?" I said, I got slipping, man. He's like, "What do you find?" I said, "A fucking Luger and about 8 ounces." He's like, "Did you bring anything in with you?" I said, "Yeah, I'll sort you out in a minute." It's like, but what I didn't realise was it took me about 2 hours to get it down my back. So, you know what I mean? So you have to wait.
Yeah, I was going to say that. Like, you're in prison. You're probably, you need something now to get you over.
I tell you what.
Fix. And it's actually inside.
I didn't anticipate retrieving it from my arse.
Are you roomed up with somebody, or are you by yourself?
No, at the time I was on my own. Because, right, I think I went on to, or I forget what wing I was on. But it's crazy. You have your, on the bottom, on the bottom, you have like, whatever. Then you have the 2s, the 3s, and on the 4s, they're all lifers, bro. Do you understand? There's fucking like serious people, and I found myself in a line, wait, for me breakfast, loads of grown-ass men in their jocks, bringing out their buckets, slop in the morning, and the fucking smell of, bro, I swear to God, that's the 2 things I'll never forget about Mountjoy Prison. The smell of piss and the noise. just like a powder keg ready to blow up. And on every landing and on every wing, you have an SC, right? Now, like a shot caller. It's like, and there's rules and there's a democracy in jail. It's like a structure. No matter what jail you go, there's a structure and there's an SC on every fucking wing. You have runners, you have fucking, listen, it's crazy. Now, nowadays, it's a lot harder to get drugs into jail. But back then, he hadn't got these scanners, he hadn't got fucking, you know, it's like, gone be the days where you could bring up fucking child with a little nappy on, and some people even put drugs in their own kids' fucking nappies and fucking baby carriers. Now, as far as I'm concerned, it's like, yeah, drugs destroyed me, a lot of me friends, but when I was in there around it, like I said, you're surrounded by some of the most dangerous people you could ever meet. Now, there is people that are segregated for obvious reasons. Now, I could have stayed and said because I was in Mountjoy prison, and that's, bro, I'm from Ballyfermot. Mountjoy is like in Fisbury, just there. And it's like, because of who I was, and he knew I sold in the asylum, I was a target, right? And bro, imagine this, one of the fucking screws is with him. Do you understand? It's like
Corruption.
fucking Mill, it's the same in every fucking jail. It's like, yeah.
But I
The
can only
copper-
imagine what it was like back then, though, Jude. The corruption would have been, it would have been, the screws weren't there to help you. The screws were basically one of the
Guys, I'm going to end this. I was just watching this paragraph of the podcast I did with
I've
Ronan.
seen a fella, right, that a kid, a young lad, was having a game of snooker. And this fella from Clondalk and a notorious joyrider from, I'm going back between, like at the time, joyriding 89.
Hey, Jay.
Like them 3 years I went.
I'm about to fuck off. I only do an hour in the morning, bro. Guys, if you're not sub to Lucifer's channel, can you go and do it? He's a good lad.
Ronan, you can't stay
You know,
yourself
he's
all
been
day.
part of this community
You
longer
understand?
than
You
me.
have to leave it. You need to go to a fucking shower. You need to go get your breakfast. You need to fucking eat. Now, like I said, in the 5 months I had three incidents, and this particular screw, it wrote nearly 30 reports.
In 5 months. And that's not a lie.
So, I donkey punched him. Do you know what he did, right? He fucking, on me visit, my son. Now, as a father, Ronan, I'm sat on this side of the fucking table, my ex-missus is there, and my son is in our arms, and he just wanted to come to me because he was on my shoulders everywhere. I fucking went. You know what I mean? And I was like,
No problem, bro.
This screw, bro, and I got battered by about 6 of them. And he brought me in front of the governor, and the governor said, "What happened to your face?" I said, "What happened to yours?" He said, "Jewett, I'm not playing with you today." I said, "Well, I fucking not playing with you. I fell off me rack." He said, "Jewett, your bed's like 2 foot off the ground." I said, "Yeah, but I have night terrors. I sleepwalk. You know, what you want me to say?" He said, "Were you attacked by any member of staff?" And I said, "No." He's like, "Listen, okay, you fell off your rack. Let me get this straight. Your eyebrow is split, you have a fucked up nose and lip, and you have about 14 stitches or something like that in the back of your head, and you're telling me that nothing happened." And I said, "Listen, I've already told you. I fell off me bum. Simple. Now, here's the thing. Ronan, even though them bastards battered me, it's like, you can't tell on them. Do you understand?
Yeah, so why didn't you? So I was thinking, right, okay, so fair enough, you don't want to grass on anybody in the criminal underworld to get that, but why do you not want to grass on the screws and get them?
Because I would have seen them on my own again. That's why. Don't need to tell on them. I get my own vengeance when I'm one-on-one in front of you, and we'll see how tough you are then.
They'll not like me, and he made it his business to let everybody on the wing that was from the city centre know that I was one of the scumbags from Ballier who walked in the asylum. Bro, everyone wanted to fucking kill me. You know what I mean? For 5 months, some fella tried to fucking dash a jug of hot water in my face round with half a bag of fucking sugar. And he missed. He fucking missed.
And if anybody wants to know about the whole asylum story, we're not going to get into that now. Go into the description in the comments section.
Right, guys, I'm going to end this. I'll be honest with you, I've watched it a couple of times, but I've never watched the full fucking podcast. But it's on my community page if you want to watch it. Man United are playing tonight against Bournemouth. If you're not sub to Ron's channel, Finn's channel, Lucifer's channel, Pablo's channel, Fran's channel, everybody's channel, Spencer McDermott as well. Shout out to Chopper and happy Christmas to everybody. We